Hi everybody, Tom here at Harborside Marina and Yacht Sales. Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough on what's probably my favorite Chris Craft in the inventory right now. It's the 2019 Catalina 34. It really combines the best of both worlds. It has the provenance of design with the classic tumble home stern of an old school Chris Craft, combined with the modern powerful big flare of a sport fisher. Why don't we take a walk around and see what she's like. All right, and welcome aboard. For the keen-eyed viewers at home, you may have noticed that we've had a change of location and a change of outfit. That's because we're not just a dealer, we're also a working boatyard, so stuff does get moved around. So back to the boat. This boat was spec'd out with a pair of 350 horsepower Mercury Veredos. We find this engine package to be the best balance between value and speed. You can get it with a triple on it, but there's not much benefit other than cost and a little bit more speed. The really nice thing with the Mercuries is that I believe on the market right now, the Mercury Joystick is the most refined and easy to use joystick on the market right now. Moving forward, you can see you have a nice quilted back bench seat, and to add to that, on both sides, you have flip-out jump seats that fold out like this and turn it into a nice full wraparound settee, which complements nicely with this teak dining table. Really nice piece of nautical woodworking, and it just fits the aesthetic of the whole boat. Also underneath here, I'm not going to show it right now, but underneath here is the genset for the boat. It has a 3-cylinder Westerbeek genset that allows you to run your air conditioning, your electronics, everything, even when you're not tied into shore power. So this is a really go-anywhere boat. Moving forward up here, we have underneath this big cover, the summer kitchen. As you can see here, we have a grill on this side, nice big sink in the middle, and then electric cooktop on this side. Pretty interesting feature that I just discovered the other day are these little pop-up legs. And what that does is if the boat's rocking around, it stabilizes your pot or whatever you're cooking with so that it doesn't slosh around. Nice little bit of forethought of design. Flip this down. Underneath here, you have a nice stainless marine refrigerator. In the middle, you have a microwave. And then on this side, you have another refrigerator. So this is a all singing, all dancing party machine. Moving up forward here, come to the Helm Station. You have seating 3 abreast. Obviously, the skipper sits in the middle. Nice varnished mahogany steering wheel with a weighted center cap so that the Chris Craft is appropriately always right ways up. Moving over here, you have some nice weighted shifters and throttles, and then over here, this is the Mercury Joystick that I was talking about. That again is probably the nicest one on the market. Up here, you have a pair of nice big Garmin chart plotters that don't just do chart plotting, but also controls your stereo, engine management, and a lot of the switching for the boat. So that makes this boat super, super easy to run. If you swing around under here, see down here, you have a 120 volt outlet for if you're either plugged into shore power or running the genset. These are your master switches. You have engines and house right here, along with some breakers. And then underneath here, you have some pretty good sized storage. All right, now let's swing around this side to probably one of my favorite parts of the boat. So you can see right here, they have a laser cut Chris Craft flushed into a big slab of teak, and this is actually probably my favorite part. They could have just done a normal hinge to get down below, but what they ended up doing, it's called a Pantograph style hinge, and it's the kind of hinge you'd see on private jets and airliners and that kind of stuff, and it just kind of shows the esprit de corps that the Chris Craft designers and builders have in building these boats. If you want to look down below, you can see you have a nice good sized bunk, you have a porcelain head with a holding tank, and you also have a nice vessel-style sink with Euro-style faucet. Over here, you have some more switchgear behind that panel, and then you also have your VHF head unit down there. So let's close this up, move forward. So up here, you have this fantastic huge sun lounging pad with flip-down armrests. Probably the most comfortable spot on board, but it also hides some secrets. If you flip this up all the way and then flip this out, it turns into turns into a mega sun pad for strategic lounging purposes, as you can see. And then also underneath here, you have an additional dining table for up forward that comes out and has a leg as well. So let's flip this closed. As I mentioned before, you have the dining table out aft, and that actually stores in its own little cubby underneath here, as well as some storage for all your shore cords. Underneath this whole bow cushion area, you have lockers underneath all 3 cushions, as well as on both sides, there and there. Up forward here on the foredeck, you have some nice, lovely teak with some more laser-cut Chris-Craft logos, and you have the stainless steel Chris-Craft burgee with the custom cast nav light assembly up forward. Let's run down aft this side. One thing I didn't point out when we were back here earlier, another neat piece of hinge design. So you have a side entry door on this boat, and the way it works is you actually lift this handle up, and it lifts and rotates completely out of the way. Again, they could have just done a normal hinge, but they went the extra mile to make something that's really neat. Also under here, you have a swim ladder to board on the side of the boat if anybody's been swimming, and that keeps everyone away from the outboards and nice and safe. And it means that you don't have to stow it anywhere else. Close this up. All right. Well, I think that's about it for this boat. Once again, this is a 2019 Chris-Craft 34-foot Catalina. If you're interested in this boat or any of our other boats, please feel free to give us a call. And until next time, I'll see you guys out on the water.